except for acting, which was...
My name is Zach Canner. I played Evan in the movie.
My name is Blake Berlin, and he's responsible for me for being in this movie, so yeah.
My name is Natalie, and I was producer and pregnant crafty.
And then Ariel will be in here in a minute.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we are missing one.
Yeah.
So, first off, I really want to commend you guys because you guys represent what it is to be independent filmmakers. Like, we don't talk about budgets at Film Invasion Los Angeles, but you guys do fall into this category that I know that you are in. Hey, we have one more. You get to see that. You get to see. I can deal. This is great. So, one more introduction.
She was the DP.
Sorry, I'm Ariel. Barber.
I wanted to commend you guys because you represent independent spirit. I know that you guys fall into this no-budget filmmaking category, which a lot of people put under 50 grand to make a feature. And you guys avoided a lot of the tropes. You were able to keep the film moving. You were able to keep it character-driven. You weren't in one location. Like, I am really impressed with what you were able to do with the budget that you had. So on that note, I kind of want to throw out some questions about, like, what going in were you trying to avoid, and how are you trying to make this movie move like this? Because you did a really great job at making the movie move.
$7,000. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't talk about budgets, excuse me. No, it was, from the get-go I knew that I was going to have to, that we were going to be all around Wilmington because I thought Wilmington was a part of the movie, was a character in the movie. And so I already had Ronin Steadicam, and I was like, let's just take it out. Let's just see what happens. And some of the shots aren't the best shots, some of the shots aren't the most stable shots, but I'm like, we're gonna get out, we're gonna see this city. There was always the thought of possibly making it, cropping to like a 2:3 to make it more cinematic, but I didn't want to cut any of Wilmington off at all. Like, to me, it was, let's get as much as we can on the censor that we can, and
Which the city played a character.
yeah.
Like, you even incorporated its own history in there. So you did a great job at making the city a character in your film.
Yeah, and then just thanks to all these guys for, like, there was one day when we were going to shoot the beach scene and it started raining, or it was supposed to be raining, and I was like, guys, we've got to do the beach scene the same day as the climax scene at the restaurant, and they said, all right, we'll do it. And they memorized the lines, they got out there, and it worked because everybody knows what it takes to make one of these movies, and we all showed up prepared.
Speaking of what it takes, can you talk a little bit about your production schedule? Because talking with a lot of independent filmmakers here, we're all in the same hustle, we're all trying to get it done, and what you guys do very well is you are a group of friends that found each other early on, you guys stay together, you continue to push each other, and I think one of the testaments to that is your production schedule. So if you talk about just how quickly this moved for you.
We shot it, there's actually been debate today, 10 or 14 days, not entirely certain. I think it was closer to 14 days of actual production. And then I've done, my house, or our house, our house, our family, and so I've done pickups over the years, because again, we shot it when it was set in 2021. And then we had a baby, and that really set us back. Babies are time suck.
So, how much of this was therapy?
Yes. Yes is the answer. Yeah, a decent amount. No, it was. A lot of it is autobiographical. We lived here. We moved to North Carolina, and we had just trouble assimilating, and it was after COVID, and it was just the whole thing was just difficult. But also, like, you moved to family, the reason we could be here is because my mother-in-law is taking our kids for the week for 5 days, and she's gonna be exhausted because you saw them; they are nuts. And yeah, so it's autobiographical. It's definitely therapeutic, and it's nice. It was just nice to get it and to watch. We use all mostly Wilmington musicians. There's a couple that are out, but all lived in North Carolina, and so the whole thing to me, like watching it tonight, I'm just like it feels correct. It feels home.
And I think your personal connection to the material actually made it hit home harder. Like, I felt this movie. I thought you guys did great. So let's continue down the line. Now we're going to talk a little bit about Ariel and Zach here, because this is a real-life couple playing a couple on screen, and I'm kind of curious about what that was like, and I no longer need this microphone. So.
Thank you. Woo! Do you want to go first?
Sure.
Does your microphone work?
Yes.
It does. I wasn't holding it close. That's mine.
These characters are not so far off from the way we are in real life. They're not wildly different from us.
Does that make it easier or harder?
It makes it harder. It definitely makes it harder for me, at least, because it's like, it's like there's less of a place to hide. It's all opening up. It's all opening up our private life and things crept into the movie, like the way we like physically behave with each other and things like that. And
even some stories, right? Because
Sure.
the spa is actually, you guys stopped at a spa on the beach,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember if you just asked us to riff or if that was a story I told you and then you
Yeah.
put it in the script.
I asked permission, but yes, you told me that story,
Okay.
and then I put it in there.
Yeah, so there's a lot of crossover, and sorry, you probably weren't done.
no, that's basically it. It's just like there's, as a couple, we've done this movie and I don't think we figured out the answer as to like what is the appropriate level to be a real couple on screen, because there are things that you want to keep private and there are things that you want to open up because you want to be vulnerable on camera and tell the story appropriately. So it's every scene, every day is a bunch of questions.
Yeah, I think I've said this to this team before, but I find it much easier to like go into a show or a film or whatever with a stranger and do intimacy, but someone that I'm just acquainted with and like I have a good rapport with, but I find that easier to make it entirely make-believe than like trying to walk this line between like, okay, let's not be ourselves on camera, because like then we're not, like this isn't a documentary. So, yeah, how do we, when we can't totally disappear into characters that are wildly different from ourselves, we did our best.
And was that easier because you're all friends? I mean, Ryan, your director is a close friend for a decade or so beforehand. Does it make it easier being yourselves in an environment where you were with friends, or did it make it harder because they expected you to be what you always were?
I think it was easier because I could look at Ryan and go like, no. Like if he'd ask something, I'd be like, that's not gonna happen. Not because I don't want to do it, but like I physically, or like whatever, I can't make that thing happen the way you want it to happen.
You made change. Whenever you made a change, it was right.
But there was like a comfort there where
Yes.
he knew he could ask me whatever he needed and I could have an honest response to that. And that is, I think when you're not having to worry about like, not that we weren't professional, but like when you're not on set being like, okay, I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to like be I don't want to be like seen as a diva or demanding or whatever. I could just be like, you were like, hey, have less snot in one of those takes. And I was like, that's not going to happen. It's all snot. And he's like, okay.
One of the things that's great about making movies with your friends and why it's my favorite kind of way to make movies is because it's like a theater ensemble. There's a shorthand between all of the artists that are on set that's frankly a time saver. because you don't have to worry about treading on thin ice and, you know, sussing out everybody's, and you've wasted a whole production day just feeling out everybody else. No, you can go in there and just be like, we have, you know, luckily with us, we have 15 years of history. We essentially know what we're thinking. And so that frees us up to be able to explore very deep themes from day one, from minute one.
And for any other filmmakers, the big thing that we did was fly out a cast that I was very familiar with, that I had the shorthand with, because I knew as the DP, as the gaffer, as all of these positions myself, I was like, I'm gonna need to just be able to give them the script, know what we're gonna do, and move on. The plane tickets were the absolute best investment. Like it's if you, and I will be breaking down the budget eventually, because I think we should all share notes, but we've been asked, like, oh, you flew people out from LA? I'm like, yeah, because the moment I got behind the camera, I had 20 things to worry about technically. I didn't want to have to worry about them, and they fucking nailed it.
And if I may brag on them, they had just come off of pretty much DIY
There we go.
a wedding,
Yep.
like, in New England, and flew down, and he's dialogue heavy, like, very
What?
Ariel Sorkin-y. And I was like, I don't know how they're gonna memorize all, like, they just did it. It was amazing.
And it was helpful to, when you're going into a movie like this with so much dialogue, to know the writer and know his style and know his voice very well. So even when we couldn't be word perfect on the monologues, which we tried, but
You did a great job.
at least we knew his voice, and if we had to paraphrase to get through to the end of the take or whatever, we were familiar enough to make it not stand out. Yeah.
I'm loud enough that I don't need a mic, so I'm just going to keep going down the line. Blake, I want to talk just a second.
Double foods?
So Blake, what impresses me about you, especially over the years of knowing you, and again, it's really nice being the moderator for this Q&A.
Speak
knowing
very
It's
slowly.
is there's no such thing as a small role for you. I really think you step up, so I'm really curious how much of this character was on paper and how much character did you bring to it?
Fantastic question. There was a fair amount on the page, but when I got to set, I remember, well, beforehand I brought all, like, I had these like 2 small bags of wristbands that I brought to set.
Yep.
And I was like, I just feel like this former fuckboy turned male feminist. I just see him in his wristbands. And I remember like putting them on and then taking a picture of them, and you said, you were like, what are you doing? And I was just like, for continuity. And you're like, oh, good decision. But I gotta say, especially her, we would go, we would have dinner, and you would grab dinner, and you would just go like, good night. Because you had the studying to do, because every day was like another 10-page scene for you, so. But it was, for me, it was great because the girl, Meagan, who played my girlfriend in the film, and she was great, but she was so receptive to, like, every time I passed the ball to her, she, like, passed it back to me flawlessly. And I gotta say, too, movies like these, I find them so evocative, just 2 people talking with each other, that I find them as evocative as the superhero saving the day. Because the superhero saving the day movies, we watch them and we still tap each other on the shoulder and just go, that character was so you. it was so we're always trying to find a sense of ourselves and each other in these movies. And so with these movies, I feel like they are making it easier for us to just go like, this was you in your last relationship, you know? Yeah. But I had an absolute blast in this film, and I showed up a week after they had been shooting, and they were already like so pro and so trained. They were just like, yeah, it's another 10 pages of dialogue tomorrow, whatever, you know?
They had the dead eyes, they've been in the shit.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Because any time we had to move a scene, it was 10 pages of dialogue that were moving to another day, and I mean, they fucking carried it.
Crushed it.
You said that the actress that worked across from you was just constantly tossing stuff back. Was a lot of this improv, or was it fairly off the page?
It was fairly off the page, but there were moments like I mentioned this earlier tonight when we got together, but there's a moment where in the film where it's not in the film, but it was an outtake, but we had a scene where I spoke and then she walked away. And there was one moment where I thought for sure would make the film, and it didn't. But she would walk away, and I just looked at her and I went, anyway. And she would like give me this look even off camera, and I would just go like, that's the tone, okay.
Yeah, Meagan, she wanted to be here.
Yeah.
And I mean, she was a last minute addition. I was so excited that she joined the cast. But yeah, she comes to play. Like, she shows up, and it doesn't matter what the role intent. And unfortunately, several scenes ended up on the cutting room floor. One of them was hers, and she had more of a monologue, you know, as I do. And I made her talk a lot. But it doesn't matter what she comes to play. She knocked it out of the park, and she was one person, just like the rest of the cast. Why I flew them out. She was a person that I just didn't need to direct. It was on the page. She asked me a couple questions. I said, "That's what's up." We go. That was
You had
it.
enough to worry about.
That's right.
Oh, I mean, from action to cut, she was great, and then she would just be like, and then you would find her on the couch, and she was watching a reality TV show. Yeah, yeah.
And then
professional.
Natalie,
Exactly.
I wanted to ask, this is your daughter on camera.
What?
Were you not aware?
Give it up for Louie.
What is
Yeah.
it like? What is it like seeing your daughter on a big screen like this after being in a project? And 3 years in the making, right? For this?
2021 is when we shot it.
4 years?
Yeah, almost 4. September.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, she is 5. She'll be 6 this year, and she's going into kindergarten. So like, this is a totally different era, and it's so cool. I mean,
Does she have a rider yet, or?
she's pissed that she's not here. She was
Yeah.
born at UCLA. Our second daughter was born in North Carolina, but she was like, "You're not taking me to California."
We told her we were going to
Yeah.
Montana. We were like, you don't want to go.
Yeah.
Just don't even worry about it.
Exactly. So it's, I mean, like, our home videos are him shooting in 4K. So we have keepsakes, but this is so cool to, you know, she watched her little blooper reel that Ryan cut of her, and like, she's into it. I'm suspecting she might want to come to California and act or something when she's older, because she's fascinated with it.
Well, filmmaking family, it makes sense.
I know, right?
Does
But
she love it more than Ninja Turtles, though?
she is Donatello from Ninja Turtles, and don't call her by
She
her
doesn't
name.
love anything more than Ninja
Yeah, that's been our longest running era. We're over Disney princesses, we're Ninja Turtles all the way. But our next goal is to do horror,
Yeah.
and so he started to be like, hey, like, kids are creepy. And Louisa's all about it. And we're shooting little shorts around our house just with kids being creepy.
Yeah, we
So-
just
and
shot a
she's
short film,
all
and
for it.
Lou was down.
She's down.
Uh,
Jane, my 3-year-old, not
Nah,
so much.
She's 3.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, this is also world premiere, right?
This is
Yeah.
real.
Hey! So on that note, I don't need to talk anymore. Do you guys have questions that you would like to ask them?
I have a question.
Get after it.
So, this is for the writer, R.J. Buckley. You have said that this was an autobiographical film, and...
Not 3 months.
No, I get it.
Exaggeration.
No, but just watching the two main characters, as someone who knows you, it's obvious that maybe Zach's character was more who you were writing as, but I definitely saw some of you in Ariel's character as well. So I'm making an assumption that there was a little bit of you in both of them. What was it like to write two characters? And if I'm wrong, answer something else fun. But if I'm right, what was it like to write two characters going off of each other that both had parts of you in them?
When we were in pre-production, we had a couple days where we just went over the script, and Ariel was like, "There's just like we've been working together for so long." She said, "Like there's so much of me, so much of Zach, so much of you, so much of Natalie in these two characters," and that is completely accurate. It is complete amalgamate. At this point, we've been working together for 10 years, and there are certain points where I'm just like, I don't even know where that line came from. Was it Ariel? Was it Zach? Was it me? Was it Natalie? So that's again like why it was so important for me to make this first film with them, because at this point on screen, we're all, 4 of us are 2 characters at this point. And if there are any objections to lines, if there are any things that don't sound wrong, like I could go through this movie and tell you exactly where anybody changed a line, but it made sense. Like I would have objected on set had it not worked. But we all just flow into each other and
Become one flesh.
and we become one flesh. And there were some nights that we were sweating. We were sweating together. It was good.
Did it ever feel while you were writing like you were having a conversation with yourself in your own head, as opposed to you writing a conversation that you might be having with Natalie?
No, I gotta say no, actually.
Okay.
It was always, there were, I mean, because it's so, it's not an autobiography, but it's autobiographical. And because of that, there were definite perspectives. And Natalie didn't feel the way that Ariel's character felt fully, but there were twinges in life.
There are lots of bits and pieces that were taken, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
And you need some conflict. We didn't have, we're good. We're good with where we're at, and life was good. But, it's a movie, we need some conflict. So you pick up the pieces, and then you enhance them, and then I know their voices, and I love writing for their voices. I know exactly, actually, I think I know exactly how they're going to say it, and then they surprise me, and it's always it's a fucking delight.
Hi, great job everyone. It was really lovely. Pirate swingers.
Yeah.
So where did the inspiration come from for that?
Yeah.
Character.
Also autobiography?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Suburbs.
The swingers thing, I've actually got a couple of notes, maybe from somebody up there. Kind of see it coming a little bit. So that kind of wrote, the swinger part, in my opinion, just kind of comedically wrote itself. Originally, that was actually one of the hardest parts of the production was, it's supposed to take place on a tiki boat. There's a tiki boat that goes up and down the Cape Fear. And we had 3 different boats. The first boat got taken for Florida Man, which was a Netflix show, but that was actually shot in Wilmington. So that guy was just like, hey, you're not paying me. Florida Man is paying me. I was like, yeah, you go.
We can't compete with Netflix, apparently.
Yeah, and then we live we are a mile from the ocean, so we know people who have boats, and so I reached out to one of our neighbors, and he's like, yeah, let's do it. Then he was stoked. He was like, we're going to be on the boat. It's going to be awesome. So it wasn't even going to be a pirate tour. It was going to be just up and down the river tour. It's like a tiki boat theme. His father-in-law went into the hospital the day before, and he was like, dude, I'm so sorry, I don't know if I can make, I'm like, don't. So I think it was 2 days, Friday night, the father-in-law went to the hospital, we were shooting on Monday, and I rewrote it as pirate tour guides, because that happens in Wilmington, went out and bought some pirate suits, and we just played jazz, and everybody came to play. There was, that scene specifically, there was a lot of in-the-moment shifting things. But it's indie film, and I'm the editor, and I knew what I was getting, and I could tell what everybody was doing, and they played. I mean, you guys all danced. Like, it was really difficult, it was indie, and that's the fucking spirit. Like, you guys did it. Everybody made it happen.
I mean, you just had to hand me my appletini, and then I was like, I was good to go.
So much pucker.
Yeah.
Question back here, all right.
So you mentioned the tiki boat. Were there other difficulties of shooting around the town, around the city? Obviously, you got permission for some specific locations. Are there others that you ran into difficulties while just shooting around town?
No.
Actually, this was the most amazing,
No, please.
if you don't mind, because
Yeah.
I'm good on the phones where I was like, please call the people. And we called, I mean, like, moving from Los Angeles, and we were like, this is crazy that we're making a feature film now that we've moved cross country. But we called the film office in downtown, and she sent me all the paperwork, all the permits, all the waivers. And then I got a call from the lady who runs it, and her name is Tammy Skinner. And she was like, I haven't heard of your production. Why haven't I not heard of it? And I was like, oh, it's literally my husband, a boom operator, and pretty much 2 actors just doing a walk and talk. And she was like, oh. She was like, how many streets do you need blocked off? We were like, none. And she goes, okay, if the cops stop you, just tell them that you talked to Tammy.
We literally got no permits.
It was amazing.
It was, say Tammy, you're good.
I don't think anybody charged us.
Not a
We
soul.
filmed at the Veggie Wagon, which is our little bottle shop,
Yeah.
fruit place, cookies, fresh bakery stuff, like right around the corner.
Primrose Cottage, the place where we did the
Yeah.
thrift store. Natalie told them that they're filming an indie movie, like we were an indie movie, very low budget. And the woman in the film who is with Ariel, she runs it with her daughter. And she told her daughter, yeah, they're making an Indiana Jones movie? She said, here? They're what?
And the daughter was like, I think, no, I didn't.
We were such a
Were you
disappointment.
prepped to say we're like a film school
Yeah,
thesis film or?
well, Wilmington it's a film spot, and when we
Right.
went to college there, and I mean, they filmed Dawson's Creek there, and
One Tree Hill.
One Tree Hill,
Eastbound Down.
and now, when we moved, all the film incentives kind of went away, and so all the film moved to Atlanta and Canada, and now it's coming back, so Wilmington's like a hub again, and the locals are so excited.
Yeah.
Like, everyone was just like, tell us about the film, and when is it out, and like, yeah, just come film, just do after hours or early morning when we're not busy, no problem. No one charged us. It was so easy and so delightful. And like the whole community, our neighbors, we like posted on the board, we're like, we need extras. So the 2 ladies in the thrift shop are our neighbors down the road.
Yeah.
I was kind of wanted to be an actress. Like, it was delightful, honestly. Yeah, it was really, really easy.
Were there more questions? I believe there's one more hand. No more hands? In the back.
Ah,
I have a few, but I'll try and.
$7,000.
Okay, first, Zach and Ariel, I know it was your first time seeing the movie, since you shot it in 2021, what were your impressions? And, yeah, like, what was your experience kind of seeing it for the first time?
I was moved a lot of the time, and I thought a lot of it was pretty hilarious. And I, shot beautifully. I'm delighted by it.
Yeah, I'm also delighted by it. I didn't remember 80% of this movie. Like, I knew the plot, but that was it. So getting to experience a lot of moments kind of for the first time was a delight. And I appreciated that I could actually laugh at it and enjoy it sort of objectively. Cause it's funnier than I think we were just so busy making it that I didn't realize just how funny it was. Or like the stupid stuff I was doing, you kept in.
So good.
Like I was doing a lot of muttering to myself and you just were like, well, say that.
Dude, the mixer tried to take a couple of them out. I was like, put your shit back in. He's like, it's so quiet. I'm like, I don't care. Somebody will find it. Fine.
I did, I found it funny.
Yeah.
Was there a second part?
Well, RJ, I was curious, your experience, you've probably seen the film X amount of times, but what was your experience watching it with other people watching it?
Relief. Relief. Yeah, there are so many. I know every technical aspect of this movie, and it was. I'm happy. I'm happy with how this turned out and how the screening went, and I'm very.
We also forgot to mention at the top that this is his directorial debut as a feature.
Also, I'm going to say nepotism because he was our second unit director. The shots of them making gnocchi in LA, that was filmed in their.
I didn't do enough.
You picked up mine.
Any other questions? All right. Otherwise,
What was the gnocchi?
What?
Haven't turned
The
out.
ones that you guys made were sure probably good. Oh, I think you actually ate the one that. So I meant to add steam to like the green ones at the end. It looked like shit. It didn't happen.
That shot was also at
I thought that was
4
the
in
point.
morning.
I thought it was.
Yes. Oh, it was 4 in the morning, but I
It
think
was
you
so
ate
late.
the gnocchi.
I think we ate it.
Yeah.
We were
It's Trader
hungry.
Joe's. It's good. But the stuff that you guys made, how was that?
We also ate that, and it was,
Hell
it was
yeah.
great.
That was much better.
All right. If we have no more questions, thank you guys for coming out. Thanks
Thank
to the
you guys very
filmmakers
much.
for being here. One last round of applause.